So in this scenario, you see with just a simple click, you can convert the massing faces into actual walls or curtain walls. And then you can turn off the mass so that you don't have to see it. So those are the building walls that we created. So again, we're not doing this thing where we throw away the other model and start over. We've been able to create the building elements directly, and you can see that there's some adjustment that needs to be made, and you can quickly sort of make those adjustments to the panel systems and to the walls in a floor plan view that you're comfortable with. Now you want to add some doors to the project, set up your spacing, create an elevation, start to assign things to the correct level, start to make adjustments to your levels based on the project. Is this sped up a little bit, or are you just as fast? Sped up a little.
Technology.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, I wish you had a product that made you draw like that.
There's always next year. So here again, we're building in some constraints. So yeah, we want this curtain wall's height to go up and down as we adjust those particular layers, those levels. Here you want to specify some more information about the grid spacing. What do you want to see horizontally, vertically? What kind of mullions do you want in place? All those things are adjustable. Again, setting height so that you actually type the levels. You can see fairly quickly you can bring a massing model to life as an actual design model. Here we put in the floor, copied the floor up to the other levels. Just doing some fine tuning of the curtain wall here. Generating floor plans to deal with it at the various levels, putting in the roof, using constraints again to lock the roof to the walls so that if any geometry that you want changes, it can affect the other geometry that's associated with it. Making some overrides to various panels to put some sort of design. So just taking, select panels and giving them a different glazing characteristic. Setting up some mullions. We should have that little disclaimer like Apple has at the bottom, like these things are appearing more quickly than you can do them.
The power of a model versus two-dimensional drawings.
We've edited that back wall so that you can create some additional panels in there if you want to. So any questions as you're seeing Revit work here a little bit? As you guys work through Revit, any questions or comments that come to mind as you start to, in this case we're working with the assembly a little bit. This is where we talked about material you had just mentioned, right? If I build these materials into my wall systems, as I start to get a little bit more detail oriented, in the beginning it's a generic wall, it's a foot wide. Then at some point somebody's got to decide the constructability of this thing. I think here we're going to put a little profile along the top, a little edging to give it a little bit of a wrap and then give it a material along the top of the building. You can see there. Adjusting roof. Again, roofs have the same concept. You could have a very generic roof, or you could have a layered approach that gives you some more construction. So with a few minutes in Revit here, you can see, you can see in this case the site has been added, some vegetation has been added, some fins to those particular, and then we've got these 3D views that have been created from various vantage points. You can see that render and cloud option. So your annual subscription comes with X number of opportunities, what they call cloud credits, to render. You can do a draft rendering first for less credits than an eventual final rendering that takes more credits, and you can see how it works you through that sort of process. But you choose the size and the quality that you're looking for, and it takes the scene and it uploads it in the background, and then you wait for the cloud to let you know that this thing is complete. You can even jump the gun on it a little bit, go up there and kind of stare at it if you want to, waiting for the paint to dry. And so you can see an example of this being in a web browser on the 360 account and sort of watching the render iteratively come together.